guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to paint this beautiful landscape which I took in the Santa Fe my vacation I think, and I love that place. Not so much heat, but I love that hats and colors and everything. So now I apply my first washes on that one, and I wanted you to know that how we going to develop this landscape. So the first washes was very easy, just the same color I'm using, burnt sienna, yellow, green, and everything. Now I'm developing my tree here with my texture and a bit of details on that one. So I'm using my detail work brush, and I'm using my burnt sienna and mix of alizarin crimson, and I'm mixing with that a little touch of my red color, and I'm mixing all the colors to making that texture which we get on the tree. We are not going to so much with this working on the detail work. I went outside and means that was an outside, and this was a plain air work. So I'm work with on the first layer there, and now I'm working on this studio. So that's why you missed that the previous layers, but that was so the same work, same color I applied on the washes. So now I'm using my red color to making that texture, and you can see that I'm using my detail work brush on that one, and I'm making that texture on there. So now I'm going to working on the darker color, and I'm just making the texture on the tree. That's it, that's how I'm doing it. And when you are painting this texture on that one, remember that when you apply the washes, always concentrate on the values, make a light, dark, medium tone. Just I block the values on the outside. Now I'm working on the detail work in the inside of my studio. So it's very simple, just same color we are going to use, which is more quantity, less water, and I'm developing my texture on my painting. Okay, and I'm using a same color which I use for to blocking my values. So we are going to work on that one, and you can see that how I'm holding my brush. Don't be so much to lean brush on your painting. Now I'm working on that top of this one, so I'm using my red and little touch of my lighter yellow to making this on the top of, I think, I don't know what is that here there, but yeah, something is on that place. So I'm just working on that one and a little bit of touch that. And always I always, whenever I do painting, any painting I like to paint, I just block some my values first, and then I need to develop on that one. So same I did with in this painting. I block my values and I'm developing on them the same color. Okay, and now I'm making some of leaves here. So I'm using my green, touch of my burnt sienna, yellow, and I'm mixing all the colors, and I'm working on that one. Okay, so now in this one I applied my green and hooker green and my lighter green to block my values, and now I'm developing my leaves with the same hooker green, little touch of my indigo and little touch of my alizarin crimson, and I'm just blocking that area, or sorry, I'm just creating leaves with my detail work brush. And just same, I continue working on this one. I blocked my values on trees and leaves and everything, and I'm applying some of my red color here and there to giving him lights and shadows, and some of darker area. I'm just working on that tree, and I think I'm just now going to stop working on this one. And there is a chair on the outside on the backyard or on the yard, and I'm going to work on that one. So this was is my red color, and I'm mixing the red color with my little touch of yellow, and I'm making like muddy oranges, like the outside the table which have we have on the garden and everything. The same I'm going to develop this one, and I for my reference I make the pencil mark, and I click the picture with my phone, so I know where I need to be develop this painting, and I know already that where is a dark and light because I block my values with my colors, and I know that. And you can see how limited palette I have in there, so that's why, so I can remember the colors, and I'm going to mix the colors to making a new color, so I'm not going to confusing because I'm not outside, and in the front I don't have my this which is the building which I'm working on. I just click the picture, so I know in my mind that yeah, this was the time of when I took this picture, and this is the lights and dark I'm making it. And I just working on and developing on this one, and somehow I can, maybe I leave I forget that, but I don't want to forget that, so that's why I take the picture when I with my phone, and now I'm using that one. So you can do that if you like to paint outside. And that was a very very old picture, so even I don't remember what was that time, but yeah, I can know that when I'm look at my reference picture, I can see that yeah, there was the value, and there was the lights, and there was a shade. So that was, we have a living in 24. Now I'm working on my chair in this one area, and I have my darker color on that one. So that's it. Now just have a reference, and it's looking good. Okay, and I'm going to work on this building here. And this is the library in the ghost range, and I'm using my indigo, and I'm mixing the color with my red color, and I'm making a shadow there. Okay, and this is my little purple color which I'm working on, and this is my red, and my Alizaram Kimson. And I'm going to mix the color. You can work outside if you like, but I think I'm going to work inside. I like to work in my studio. So now I'm developing this one. I known about that where is my darker and where is my lighter. So I am just developing this picture, this painting with my same color process which I block my painting, and I said it 2 to 3 times. So I hope you remember that one. Now I'm going to using my yellow color, and this was is done now. Okay, now using my yellow and mix of red color to making this the same color I use for to blocking my values, and same color I'm developing with this painting. And I'm using my brush number 4 because it's easy to develop this one. Now I'm using a little touch of my darker color, red and yellow. Using my indigo to making shadows, touch of burnt sienna. Same indigo. I wanted you to see because I can see that the reflection of lights is coming out, and I don't know, you can see the carefully, and I'm using my little touch of my pink color and sorry, red color, and this is my alizarin crimson, using my indigo and burnt sienna. Yellow color, indigo, yellow, and I'm going to develop this one. And I'm making a shadow on the fence, the the building, and that the fence, I think that's called the fence. So I'm using a same color, this is a red color, and a little touch of my burnt sienna, and I'm going to leave my previous layers, and I'm not blocking all the layers here. Just spatter with the brush so you can have some of texture on that one. Now I'm wetting this one, and I'm using my indigo and my touch of burnt sienna to mix that. Okay, so I'm working on my darker, my shadow part first, and I'm not going to touch my lighter part because I don't want to do this, the lights and shadows which is coming on this one. A bit of indigo on the darker side. A little bit more shadow on the fence here. Just more that and there, with a touch of my red and my mix of my alizarin crimson. Indigo, and I'm going to make the darker part of this window. More color. The same color, and I'm working on the window. So this part is done now. Okay, like this, you can see that. So that's how we're going to work it is. You can see that, right? And you can see that some water hard edges on that side of painting, so that's why I like it. And just parrot on my tree here, level of here, just violet parrot because of the sun, some green color, some darker muddy color which already in our palette, so I'm making the shadow here. And I'm going to make this railing, and this railing is the orangish color, so you can use orange color, but if you don't have orange color you can use red and yellow and mix like your orange and muddy orange, so touch of your burnt sienna, make it like that. So I'm going to make that railing, mix a darker color with my using indigo color. Okay, in the bottom of this railing and top of I have a light, and bottom I have a darker color, right? So that's we are going to make this one. Same the darker, same the light, and we are going to make this one. And I'm using my dark. I'm going to make darker on this area. This is the door, so I'm going to leave some of lights on that one. I'm going to make the darker color on that one. Using a same area to same color to blocking the more light part and darker part. Some of making a leaves with my indigo and my blue mix. I'm going to leave this one here. So I'm using my darker color green to making this greenish, and you know working on the more. I think I need more railing on this one, so I'm making a railing. And if you wanted to know more about my colors, my color palette, and more about the watercolor wonderland, you can join me on my online skillshare school or my workshops. Okay, so for that I have a very good opportunity for you also, that if you going to join my skillshare lesson, I'm providing you a special free link, and you can see on get on the link on my comment section. Just go and sign up and watch my classes there, and you don't have to uh, give anything on your personal information. Just sign up with your email ID and watch my lesson and share your project in the project section. How excited is that, right? So I hope you're going to join me on my Skillshare. And if you wanted to know more about my online paid workshop, you can join me on Facebook or Instagram to know more about my upcoming workshops and anything. And if you uh, wanted to share my newsletter with you, you can email me. Drop your email address, which is my email ID in the comment section, ilumanishbhatia@gmail.com. Very simple. You can drop your email ID to know more about my upcoming things. So thank you. So I'm using a same green color on that one. Just apply that and watch, there is more same color, and soften that. Look at that, I'm making a shadows because it's important. Okay, and it's coming out right now. I'm going to drop some water, applying water on that one, and dropping my green and blue color, my darker color, my making color on that one. And I'm going to continue working on this one in my darker color, and you can see that in the middle I just leave some of my road path on that area. It's really looking beautiful. Really, it is beautiful. So just tried it and share your painting on the social media account if you like this one. Okay. So now we are going to continue working on the foreground, and I'm using my green color and leaving my first previous layers on that top of the area, and we are going to continue going to working on this one without any making any mistakes, any merds. And I'm using my brush to dragging some of light colors, and if you can see that I made a path from the building is coming out from the outside of the road. So I use it now. I'm using clean water and applying washes on that one, and I'm using my little of my blue color, whichever you have blue. Okay, and try painting around on the bench which is on the foreground. We made it. You can do that on the later the chair and the table, but I feel it's good idea to make a before you are making a ground or the grass, because you can see that how we are going to work on this process, you know, to under that, and you have a better idea to where do you leave, and better idea to put the color. If you're going to apply the green color first and then you're going to make a bench, it's not going to coming out because this was a light color. So I'm just trying to making my color, and you can see my color is very transparency. I'm avoiding a mud on that one, so I'm just applying a clean water and clean brush to make that transparency, to reduce that the mud on which we create the painting. And when it's going to be dry, it's going to be very light, I know that. And just remember that, just grab the color and smooth the washes on the tree, make some of the darker color on the ground, on the where's the tree have. Now you can use the washes here, and I'm using my yellow color on that one, a little touch of my red color, and always stick the color, same color on the whole painting which you are starting to paint the process. Okay, don't try to make a different, take a different color for a different shades. Try to make us use the same color to make a different values on your painting. Okay, don't use a different color, because you are not going to be remembered that which color you use the previous to make a value, and after that you use the second color. So don't use that. Now I'm going to use this tree. I already blocked my values first, so now I'm just developing this one, and you can see that how I'm holding my brush. Okay. Just make a little bit of leaves, and to make that to go flow, and I'm not touching my lights color. Okay, because if you're going to be cover your lights, you're going to be ruin your painting. I made a lot of mistakes, that kind of mistake when I was a beginner. I remember that, and I have a pile of my paintings which is, I don't know what I'm going to use that, and I'm just thinking about that. So now we are going to work on the continue with the same color, and just develop the same color, same process, and try to make a value from the same colors. I already said it, and I always said it in my lessons. Okay, make the lighter green. Use little bit of burnt sienna, and now I'm going to develop this up building here. So I'm going to first covering the whole one more, going to apply the washes here, and then I'm going to apply that. So I'm mixing with the red, yellow, some touch of violet with a dark pigment. Okay, the same color I'm using and same process I'm making, and I already block my values on the painting. I'm just working to continuously working on that top of the building, and now I'm using a little of my darker red color on this area, and I already wet my paper. I'm using my darker burnt sienna or some of mix of my violet to making this, continuously working on that one. Just a bit of more green to cover this one here. Okay, so now I'm going to work on this back of side of the building using same color. You can see I didn't use any different color, but I'm just making a values with my colors. And if you wanted to know more about my color values, then how I use, how I mix my colors, and how I make a develop on my painting, you can join me on my paid workshops, which is, you can look it on my Facebook page or my Instagram page about that, or you can go to Binders Art Supply website. I also teach on the binder arts, and you can go watch my Skillshare lessons. I have now I'm uploaded my second lesson on that one, and you can watch that. The free Skillshare lesson link is on the comment section. You can sign up there, and you can watch my both of lesson, and you can learn about that. Okay, and I already decided, I think you can watch my follow me on Instagram and Facebook to know about my workshops, upcoming workshops, paid workshops, and free lessons, my step-by-step process, anything a developing painting which I'm working on, or you can go to a binder website to see my upcoming workshops. Or if you don't want to spend more money, you can see my Skillshare lesson, sign up there. There's a free link, a special link is on the comment section. Just sign up and watch the lesson, share your project with me, tag me on the Facebook and Instagram so I can make more work about you. Because if you're going to be like my work and you're going to be give me a support, I can easily make more subject. It's give me a motivate to make more subject. So look at that, I save my lights here and I'm continue working on the dark to light, and I'm continuously saving my previous layers on that one. I'm not going to overwork on that one. I already work on the upside of the building. I just wanted to develop the buildings, and I'm touching, give him some life off with my um, spray bottle. I like to use that one continuously. Now making shades with my indigo and darker colors, and I'm just working on that continuously. Okay. So just continue working on that one. Okay, make a lights, make a darks. Always leave your previous. How we have to block our values. So I'm saying again, if you wanted to know that how I block my values and why is light so important, you can watch my next Skillshare lesson, and you can watch it very carefully. Sorry, not carefully. You can watch that. The link is on the comment section. So now you can see that how I'm leaving my whites on that top of the right. So I'm just continue working on that one, and I'm going to make my darker colors with the making a window. And when you are making a window, you have to remember that there's just some lights on when you open the window. That's the difference between the wall and the window is coming out. So you have to check all the time if is it in on the reference picture. You have to make it, because it's going to be difference between the window and open the window and the wall difference between. So it's not looking like that you made a lines on the your top of the painting. So you have to understand which reference picture you are looking at, because there always a difference between when you open the window and you have a door on the window or page on the window or the net on the window. Anything you have is just differentiate between the window and the wall. So it's just not like you paint the wall and you making a window. No, you have to make a difference between around the windows, between the whole wall and the near about the window. So you have to work on that working on that project also continuously. And uh, just go with that, and it's dry. Now I'm going to making the windows on that one. So just continue working on to understand the subject is more important to know that. So look at that, how I'm making a difference between that. So our watercolor landscape is done. So you don't have, if you wanted to plane your painting, you don't have to go outside to go to, in the sun and everything. And now there is Atlanta, as the sun is very very sharp, so I have very difficulty to go outside, but I like to go. But this one is a very ghost trends picture, so I took the one and I blocked my values, and then I took the picture with my iPhone or phone, any phone, and just come in my studio and I'm just painting with the looking at my picture, because in the behind the mind I have something idea about my values and my subject. So guys, thank you very much. Just sign your painting and share your work if you wanted, and if you wanted to know more other subject that you wanted to paint me or give me some tutorial, if you wanted to give wanted me to give you a tutorial about anything, you wanted to learn other subject, you can post on me, message me on the Facebook or Instagram. I will make the videos. And don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, because it's really helpful to make me videos and most on a different kind of subject. And if you wanted to check my Skillshare lesson, the link, special link on the comment section. And if you wanted to know more about my paid workshop, you can go the Binders Art or follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you very much guys for watching this. I really appreciate that if you subscribe my YouTube channel, I really appreciate about your support. And if you don't, please subscribe it. And guys, till then, for my next lesson, till then I'm going to till then, bye and take care, and safe life. Okay, so bye guys, thank you very much. And when it's going to be dry, remove your masking fluid around that. So bye bye guys, really bye bye. And don't forget to like this video, okay guys, and share will be appreciated if you share this video with your friends who want to be watch this watercolor lesson. Bye bye, now it's bye. Now it's I'm going to. So bye guys.